Hey guys, what's
What's
up?
up?
Hi. We're back here for another episode of Twins Talk Tubi, and today's movie we're reviewing is called Octogames. Octogames came out in 2022, and the premise of this movie is eight contestants compete in eight deadly classic children's games, all fighting for fame and fortune beyond their wildest dreams. All right. So we're gonna start off with giving our review of the movie, and on the count of three, one, two, three. It had a good premise, I thought.
hmm
I thought the acting was
So
terrible.
no, I agree.
I thought the acting was terrible, and I thought that they were trying way too hard to be like a Squid Game.
Oh, the only note that I wrote down on my pad here, bootleg Squid Game.
Yeah,
It totally was.
they had different kind of elements that are not in Squid Game.
I like the well, I guess kind of like Squid Game too. Like I like that it was like kids games. They use like kind of like classic
At
kid
the same,
games
yeah,
as, you know. Um yeah, I also agree the acting was terrible. Um but I wasn't I watched it and I wasn't like I didn't feel bored. I was watching it and I was like interested to see the next game and who was the next person because after just like Squid Game, you go and you go to one game and then one person dies. You go to the next game, another person dies. And I was interested to see who was gonna die next. And even though in the beginning you could kind of tell who was gonna survive, I I kind of I kind of figured it out very early. Um And then, again, like Squid Game, the alliances that people make with each other, and then it turns out that some alliances weren't real and they were backstabbing people. And I don't know. I wasn't bored watching it. It was bootleg and it was sucky acting, but I was entertained for the most
I
part.
wasn't
So that's why I
necessarily
gave it a thumbs up.
I wasn't necessarily bored. I just thought it was the it was just dumb. They didn't need to um even the game things. Okay, I get it. Game, if you don't win, you die or whatever. Okay, but the deaths weren't even like cool and elaborate. Like in
Not really.
Squid Game, when they did the red light, green light, and then you see the big doll thing shooting from its eyes or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Oh, right. When they had the part I don't know what game that was supposed to be, when they were on that glass thing and they had to jump and see, and if you fall through a glass, you fall down to your death.
Oh yeah.
You know, this one is like, oh, you didn't make the thing. No, they shot you or they hit you with a sledgehammer.
Well, that's because it was bootleg.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said it was dumb. And I thought in the beginning like it might be something, and then I kind of quickly was like, this is not gonna work for me. I watched it and it was like I said, I wasn't necessarily bored, but no, I don't
Oh, I
no.
didn't think it was.
And
I didn't think it was that bad.
the acting just made it worse, and the acting got worse, I feel like, too, as it kept going.
hmm
They probably could have ended sooner than it did, but they kept it going.
Yeah.
That one lady that was supposed to be like the cooking host show lady, she was annoying. She was like the old lady. You know who I'm talking about?
No, she wasn't the cooking show host. Was she?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
She was the one that had the cooking show. And so basically, I guess we should say, right, all the contestants were had big social media pages. You know, a lot
Yeah.
pretty much a lot of followers and things like that. There was one girl that was a musician. There was this one lady that had a cooking show. There was one lady that had like a really popular like kid show on YouTube or
Yeah.
social media. There
And
was
then a comedian.
comedian, right? A comedian. They had an entrepreneur person. They had a motivational speaker. and I think somebody else, but it's something like that. And they had a lot of following, whatever.
Right.
And the guy who was running the Squid Game or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
he
Octogames.
yeah, Octogames, whatever. He was a major like social media star, YouTube or whatever, and he had like billions of followers or something, and endorsements and things like that. And the prize at the end was going to be whoever wins gets all his followers and all his endorsements and everything that he had, his house, everything.
Yeah, because he was gonna like retire.
Yeah, and to kind of live off the grid without people taking pictures or without whatever. And he was even talking to his girlfriend about, oh, I can't wait to get fat and stuff. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it could have been better. They could have did something with it, I think. It had a solid base, I think, and it could have
Yeah.
made something of it. And I just don't think that they, you know,
Okay.
went about it the right way. So that's
Yeah.
what I think.
It definitely could have been better, but I was entertained, so
I was almost gonna give it like a half a thumb up, but then I was like, no,
didn't deserve it.
no.
All right, all right.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. And as always, we'll be back next week for another episode of Twins Talk Tubi. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, will you? And we
Yes,
also,
our YouTube channel, Horror Flick Chicks.
yeah, our YouTube channel, Horror Flick Chicks, and we have a podcast if you didn't know. You can check that out here also on YouTube. And we're streaming on lots of different audio services. So check us out, look for us, Horror Flick Chicks, and you can follow us on Instagram and on Facebook. Um,
Yes.
till next week, Twins Talk Tubi, Sonia and Sandra, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.